It's supposed to be a video recording, but thank you. If anybody's ever heard any of our slide podcasts, I don't know whether Matt swears on his YouTube videos. Do you?
I've been known to.
You've been known to. Right, well,
Occasionally. It's not completely real.
I have a fantastic edit button for Matt, which I call my Matt button, which just cuts out every fourth word. So anyway, thanks guys for coming today. We haven't had as many people as we hoped, but you know, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the films. My name's Stuart Tonks. I present a podcast which I originally started with Matt 18 months ago or so, called It's Alive, which is hosted on Future Radio, which brings me on to introduce Rob, who's the head of Future Radio, and I think we say film buff, and likes agents and I think most of you know Matt. So obviously YouTube entrepreneur and also PR for Plane Archive Video, who will do some lovely releases. I'm sure he's shown you already, but you can have a look, and there's some lovely things coming out from Plane. And we've got Alexa Kay, who's been badgering me for probably about 6 months now to jump in on one of our podcasts. He's a contemporary artist who's based at the Custard Factory, and film buff,
vlogger,
geek.
I wouldn't say geek.
See, I don't think. I'll happily take geek.
I'll have to think about it.
Okay, all right. And we'll basically talk, just have a little bit of time. I just wanted to, get some ideas really from Matt, because this has been a very extravagant way of. A year ago, Matt saying to me after we discovered talking about other types of films and all types of films on the It's Alive podcast, wanted very, very much me to watch Korean films, because it came out that I had not seen many, apart from Old Boy and Old Boy. It started off as the idea that we would sit down and we'd watch some films together. And then we've got a theatre. And we've used the YouTube account, and thanks to you guys who come from Matt's YouTube account, and the Mockingbird Theatre have let us use the room today, so we could realise us watching a couple of films together. So I just want to start off by asking Matt, really. I know that you were very much into Korean films when I met you. Through your YouTube videos, but we mainly talked about sort of American films and sci-fi and horror and whatever. And it came out that I'd seen a lot of films that you hadn't seen, and I'd not seen a lot of films that you'd seen, which were mainly the Korean ones. What got you into the genre, if we can call it a genre?
Well, at the time, basically me and my mate Ash was...
Hi Ash.
At the time, we were basically exploring French horror films, Spanish, everything like that, all European horror films. And one day, I think Ash brought around a copy of Memories of Murder on DVD. He said, "We'll try this, because we hadn't really experienced any Asian cinema before." So we thought, we'll try this. We put it on, and from start to finish, we absolutely loved it. And then from then on, we went to IMDb, things like that. We basically researched the directors, what they've done. We looked at all of Bong Joon-ho's films, so we basically watched his filmography. And then we moved on to people like Park Chan-wook, which is quite weird, because Old Boy is the film that people tend to start with Korean films, still not from that film. But yeah, it just sort of went from there. How about you?
I was trying to think about which film got me into it. I mean, as Stuart said, I've been involved in kind of on peripheries of film lecturing and various things for 10 years, and a film fan for much longer. Stuart knows. And I'm trying to think what was the first Asian film. It would have been an Asian horror film. Again, for me, horror is probably the genre I think is the most important film genre. And that's coming from someone who likes a lot of different kinds of films. I think horror is something that's because of the way it opens up so many deep-rooted fears that actually cut across culture. So I think horror is a good way in to other cultures' film canon. So I think it's a useful way of getting in. And I can't remember. I really can't remember the first. But the first I get this Korean film that really made an impression on me was the same director Kim, the film we're going to see this afternoon. A Tale of Two Sisters, and I think I saw it on television on a late night series, and I think again it just pulled me through because the thing that it has stuff that's specific to Korean folk tales and ghost stories, but so much of it just really, I think, gets its claws into you, whatever culture you're from, and so that pulled me through into, and then through into, I guess, the Vengeance trilogy films, which I'm a big admirer.
So you've got Old Boy, Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance,
Old Boy, and then Lady Vengeance.
And Alexi,
Yeah.
you're a little bit like, you're sitting here for a reason next to me, because we're sort of against these guys out here. Well, not against them, we're joining it now. You sort of came on today, and we watched earlier the Yellow Sea, which I thought was fabulous. I think you guys see it for the first time today, you thought it was great as well. What did you think?
Well, basically, I'm a complete newbie to Korean cinema. I mean, I love foreign films, I love subtitle films, I love art house movies, but for some reason, I kind of drifted away from,
Got my mobile phone going somewhere. It's alright.
I drifted away from sort of foreign films, and for whatever reason, and I wanted to come and see the Korean festival because it would be something brand new to me, and I sort of overdid John Woo and all those sort of post-Crouching Tiger films back in the day. I wanted to see how different Korean films were from what I'd seen from the forest before, you see. And I was pleasantly surprised actually. I thought I was amazed at actually how European it was.
Yeah, I thought some of the scenes, especially at the start of the film, set in China, were very bleak, very dark. Not what I was expecting from the Korean films, or obviously when it changed to Seoul, it was very different. But I can't get over the chase sequence. Don't Split is a couple of people, certainly Rob couldn't make it for the first show today. The chase sequence after the murder, was one of the most incredible chase sequences I think I've ever seen in a film.
It's funny because the film, I think, started out as like a sort of melancholic, sort of cultural tale of a guy who's lost his wife and all that. And then suddenly about 20 minutes in or 25 minutes in, it shifts up again. It goes into sort of tell no one territory. I don't know whether you've seen that, but suddenly the stakes are suddenly elevated massively, and it's on, and I was surprised because I was expecting a sort of quiet, contemplative film about the loss of the guy's wife, and then it went.
Certainly did. It certainly did sort of go off the scale in places. As
you'll find a lot of Korean cinema just not too for every time. But it kind of kept it realistic, though, didn't it?
Yeah.
It didn't go stupid. You didn't see wire work.
I'm not sure how much I'd last with knife wounds and.
Yeah, I mean, there were certain characters that seemed to still get up, even though they're gushing blood, and sort of stagger down the street. They make it through the next few.
Certainly a lot more realistic than something like The Raid, and I was pleasantly surprised to see a very much lack of martial arts. And once again, you guys who know Korean cinema very well probably roll your eyes at me for mentioning that, but I do get a bit annoyed sometimes when I watch Asian cinema films, and especially The Raid, which I know a lot of people adore, which I thought was good, but I didn't realise how much of a martial arts film it was, and it was almost like watching somebody play a computer game. It was going into one room and fighting, and going into another room, fighting for a little bit longer, going to another room. This was very sort of real, sort of brutal.
Yeah, and actually very shadowy. So what was nice was that all the violence actually was not visible.
No.
So you didn't need to see it. And I think that shows a very confident director actually. Some guy who doesn't need to show all the blood and guts. You just see a bunch of like bodies on the floor and pools of blood. That's about it.
So what actually got you to choose? I mean, we've seen Yellow Sea this morning, and we're going to watch I Saw the Devil, which I've heard a lot about. I think it sort of polarises people from what I've heard. I'm looking forward to it as Rob is a massive horror fan, and I believe you describe it as a
It's
full-on
a
horror
thriller, it's got
movie.
elements of horror, but I personally describe it as a thriller.
Okay, alright, okay, that's fine. I should find out in probably about half an hour. So what made you choose those two films though?
Basically, I think for people that haven't seen Korean cinema before, I think they need sort of a spark. And I think the violence that are in both of these films that I'm showing today, that we're showing today, I think that might pique people's interests. I think maybe go into it a bit further. Obviously, it could turn some people off. People might think that Korean cinema is just about violence, which is obviously, of course, involves many different genres. And I've seen tons and tons of tear-filled films. But yeah, that's basically the reason I've chosen, because I think violence tends to pique people's interest a bit more than I want to explore it a bit more.
Yeah, as you said, at the beginning, Steve, you kind of use the word genre in terms of Korean film, but obviously it's not the word that you can really use because these films come from all kinds of genres. But I think one of the things that does happen is they come together in lots of films. That some of the films are hard to pin. Korean cinema is hard to pin down exactly what genre it belongs to, and I think I Saw the Devil is one of those films that tries, maybe not, in my opinion, not that successfully, to stand kind of serious cinema and exploitation cinema, and the thriller it does really well, and certainly does, and the thriller genre covers very, very well.
Do you think that that those films are more popular in Western society because, and we haven't discovered maybe, I mean most people I think you know films and The Old Boy, and The Host and things like that, if you're sort of into your movies and you're sort of into genre films. Do you think it's because it's a sort of a, I hate to use the term fanboy thing, that we do seek out, if we like horror movies, we seek out films.
No, I guess poetry is less well known amongst that kind of scene than other films. You know, and the more contemplative kind of Korean cinema, I guess, gets a different audience. But I think there are genuinely people who are just interested in what's coming out of this other very really creative, highly productive culture. I know lots of fans of Korean TV. Very different again, but there's a similarity. There's a kind of a melodramatic approach that comes across a lot of these. That's not a necessarily criticism. Melodrama, a combination of literary music and drama together to play out these kind of heightened emotional things is a powerful thing in cinema. And I think it's something that Hollywood, when it finds it recognises that as a really powerful way of being an audience.
I mean, obviously we can talk about the impact of Korean films and directors have had in Hollywood. In the last few years we've had The Last Stand, the Arnold Schwarzenegger film, directed by
Kim Ji-wook.
who directed
I Saw the Devil.
I Saw the Devil. There we go. Thank you. I'm just turn to Matt for the names and the other films they made, which I thought was fantastic. I expected yet another Arnold Schwarzenegger slot fest, and I got one, but a bloody good one, to be honest, considering he's knocking on a bit now. I recently watched Snowpiercer, which it's kind of much more than a Hollywood film. It has more of a feel of Korean cinema to me. I thought it was a fantastic premise. I thought the performances were just stunning. But I felt ultimately let down by the ending, but that's just me. I hope they go on to make the stories. You said they're from a series of books?
Yes, graphic novels from France, I believe. But yeah, the way the film ends, which obviously I can't spoil, I can't even say that. It's very spoilerish movie. But yeah, as you say, I think it will continue.
Well, he got an American release yesterday, and it's full format, which was very small release. But it's nice to know that Hollywood's listening to people who want to watch these films and want to watch them in the title, because the Weinsteins were going to edit it down quite a lot and then make it much more of an action movie. Well, then, how much more of an action movie I think they can make it, I don't know. But no, it's fabulous. We said about the violence, and you said about what other genres do they excel in Korea? What should I look out for? What should anyone who's listening look out for?
Drama films, I think especially.
I'd like to see more drama.
Because
Because you know what, the first 20 minutes of that film,
Yeah.
I thought, wow, if the rest of the film's like this, I'm really into it. I
Yeah.
loved it anyway, But it reminded me of, there's a Turkish filmmaker called Nuri Bilge Ceylan, and he does very quiet, fantastically lit films, just really intense dramas. I was thinking maybe it was going to go that way, but then it went into the sort of action mode, which was still good.
Well, it's that genre mashup that I think
Yeah.
comes across in quite a number of popular Korean, Western popular Korean films, that ability to move between these things and not to worry about it much. I love The Host, and we've mentioned a few times. I just love the kind of the melodramatic, again, soap opera format for it, and then with the monster movie really well welded to that.
Maybe we should say The Host is another event. I think that would be quite nice. Host and Godzilla, possibly.
Which Godzilla?
Well, I'd like to see the new one. Still,
I love it.
I know you're a big fan, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't even like monster movies, but really.
Well, apparently there's not in it, but not many monsters in it. So,
Yeah, but no, but it's you know, Jaws. Jaws was only in it for 5 minutes. It was the best ones ever. So you know, I like the build up. I don't want to see a monster for 3 hours.
you don't watch Pacific Rim again. Who does?
Oh my god.
So, will we get a sequel?
Are you kidding?
Yeah. Well, never mind. Sorry for any Pacific Rim fans. We'll do some. We get a sequel to that, but we don't get a Judge Dredd sequel. Let it go.
I think we will.
I think
It made a profit 4 weeks ago.
we're a Korean film festival. Let's carry on Korean film. So what are there any specific films that you can think of in the drama?
In drama, I would say, as you mentioned earlier, Poetry by Lee Chang-dong, also Isis by Lee Chang-dong. Memories of Murder, you've got Mother, which also categorised into two again, sort of thriller and drama aspect. That is a fantastic film, quite one Memories of Murder, which again draws between the two.
Tell me a bit more about the Vengeance trilogy. Yeah, I think they've been sort of they should be grabbed by a lot of movie fans. I mean, Old Boy was obviously the big hit, which kind of started this whole thing.
Well, always the one everyone's seen.
Well, yeah.
Except for
Yes.
me.
So you know, yes, you do that, and we'll talk about it on the next one.
And then you have working with the Spike Lee version as well.
Oh my god. Actually, that'd be fun.
So that's another thing we were jumping about all over the place. But the Hollywood obviously was the remake.
Yeah.
I know you spoke to me quite vehemently that that you thought it was an awful idea. It did bomb at cinema. I think a lot of that was due to alleged activities by Spike Lee against people who designed things, and it went on the internet and didn't look very good on him. So maybe got released on a very small amount of cinemas. I know that out of all four of us, Rob is the only person that's seen it.
The remake.
The remake.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I was speaking of that.
and
I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah, I like it because I think it knows what it is. It knows what it's doing.
does it keep Korean film sensibilities?
Yeah, I think so. I think the story is there, but I think because the story is without spoiling it, it's a strange, circuitous, ridiculous story in many ways. It's melodrama, plot twists and so on. You see it going a mile off really, but it doesn't take itself very seriously. And I think Spike Lee does a good job of that. It's not a humorous take on it, but I think it understands what it is, what genre it is in. Interestingly, all the three Vengeance trilogy films, it's my least favourite. It's the one I've come back to fewer times, or less often than the others. And I think for me, Lady Vengeance is the third, final, and the best of the three of them. And I think what they all do, what technically what three films do, is with character, and they're real. They're fully fleshed out. Their motivations are believable. And I think maybe some other films, maybe one, I've seen the one we're about to see. Some
Saw the Devil, will Alexi squirm as much as he did next to me while watching
Well, I didn't see the first one. I didn't
watching
see the first one, but what you said, it sounds like a
When it-
like a walk in the park.
When it's realistic blood and guts, that's when it gets me. For instance, Black Swan, I was like, oh, all the way through that film. Whereas people, you know, being eviscerated, being eaten by zombies, I'm not bothered. You know, anything to do with fingernails or whatever.
It might have a few
You know, like this.
Who else has seen I Saw the Devil already? Okay, about half the people here. Yeah, I think he's going to have a problem with that, isn't he?
Really?
Yeah, I think you're a smaller. Okay, I thought
I think I'll be okay.
you're.
Watching a few. We'll be alright.
I said that.
I've watched some of that, I won't watch, so. So yeah, I think the only thing I want to touch on with Matt now is obviously you're playing archive. You do a little bit of presentation in a few minutes, so a little bit of break, just take things out so you can do your presentation. Obviously this is going to mean nothing to anybody who's listening to the podcast, but tell us a little bit what you're doing for playing archive and what they're doing.
Well, basically, I got involved with playing archive because I'm a DVD and Blu-ray collector. I have been for years. I love Blu-rays. I love the special features that you can get with them, you know, the editions that you can get. Because I've got such a passion for movies, I think that, well, I don't know, I need that in a physical form. And I think because playing archive released such incredible editions like this, just absolutely fantastic quality. They put the time and effort into it, and the collectors are sold as well. So they bring all that across. And I think that's why I really got involved in, to be honest. And yeah, I love working with them.
What have they got a good comment, or do you want to keep that for the presentation?
I'll keep it up on stage.
Okay. So sorry, it's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, to any listeners, we've got a copy of Darren Aronofsky's The Wrestler, which is just beautiful. It really is, and fits on a DVD shelf, unlike some steel books, which is Lord of the Rings with character money boxes or whatever. No, I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm a big fan of Aronofsky anyway. So yeah, I think I'll be looking at getting into a few of those for the playing archive.
But the documentary that you're making,
Yes.
Matt, are you going to keep saying more in the presentation, or are you?
Yeah, do you want to talk a little bit about the documentary? Because we were also filming some of this today as well. I don't know who knows, if you watch Matt's YouTube channel, I'm sure you know, Matt is currently working on producing a documentary on Korean cinema, which some of this may or may not be using. We've talked about maybe a Kickstarter campaign, which would be fantastic, because do you want to talk a little bit about the documentary, what we expect to see?
Yeah, well basically, what I'm doing on the documentary, what I've done today, I want to bring more people to Korean cinema. And the whole idea is to give people, there's three subcategories within. There's beauty, vengeance and tears. So beauty films, obviously dramas, romantic stuff like that. Vengeance, obviously Park Chan-wook films, Kim Ji-woon stuff, all that type of stuff, all vengeance type films. And obviously the last one, tears, is tearjerkers, things like that, which also brings some across from the first category because there's a lot. But yeah, that's the whole idea behind it, basically. I want more people to see Korean cinema.
And I believe, can we talk about the involvement with Playing Archive? We'll just tease with that then.
Yeah.
There's hopefully something big on the horizon there. So no, so I think everyone's happy with that, and we'll wrap it up. We'll keep it nice and short for you. I'm sure we want to watch I Saw the Devil.
Yeah.
Apart from Lisa. and Alexis might
yeah.
watch it.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
good. Now I'll be alright. I was ducking in the seat quite fun.
And so we'll wrap up the chat, and I hope you enjoyed it, and you probably thought, why didn't they talk about that? Well, get in touch with us, get in touch with Matt, and if we do another one, maybe from 6 p.m. as well. And you can have your say, what you think. Well, we managed to get through the whole thing without talking Star Wars, and without you saying guys. Yeah. So, thanks everyone for listening. Thanks for after my presentation. Thank you.
Cheers guys.
Cheers everyone. You're going to just quickly take everything down. Set for my presentation. Yeah. other than beer or whatever, drinking food, say 15 minutes? Is that right, Matt? Is that right with everyone? 15 minutes? Cool, thank you.
Cover for you.